going to be using for our corn relish. They say 1 to 2 cups of sugar, so I'm going to do 1 cup of sugar, taste it. If I need to add more sugar, then I will add more. They asked for 1 tablespoon of celery seed and mustard seed. So this is my mustard seed, this is my celery seed, and they're asking for 1 tablespoon of salt. I'm using my kosher salt. We need 1 cup of water, and we're going to need 2 tablespoons of this dry mustard, and I've never tried Coleman's mustard before, so we're going to give that a try. And we need 1 tablespoon of turmeric right here. So these are all the seasonings that we're going to need. And then you're going to need 1 quart of vinegar, distilled white vinegar with the 5% acidity. So I have all of our seasonings. Now it says that we have to go ahead and put our cabbage in our pot. So let's get that going next. It says to put all our ingredients into our pot. So we're going to start with the cabbage. And make sure you washed your hands thoroughly, because you want to make sure that it is sanitary at all times. So we got the cabbage in there. And then we're going to put our 1 cup of red peppers in here. That I grew out of my garden. We got 1 cup of green bell peppers. And then we need a total of 9 cups of corn. So here's the corn. So each, to fill this whole container up, is 4 cups. So that's 4. And then we got to go and fill it up again. So I'm going to show you the type of corn that I'm using. This is the corn that I'm using. And this is that super sweet corn that I found at Aldi's for only 95 cents. So we're going to fill this container up to the top again, and that'll give us a total of 8, and then we just need a little bit more. So let me just cut this one open. That's 8, and we just need one more to make it 9. I couldn't believe I was able to find some corn that was actually reasonable. So let's put 1 cup in here. All right, there's our total of 9. And then we're going to add our 1 cup of water. We got our 1 quart of vinegar. We'll pour that in there. And then we're going to add this 1 cup of sugar. And it says we have to simmer this for 20 minutes until the sugar is dissolved, because we don't want to get it to stick. So let's put our seasonings in there real quick, and then we'll take it over to the stove. So I need 2 tablespoons of this dry mustard right here. Now I've never tried dry mustard, so we're gonna follow this recipe and see how it goes. So that's the dry mustard. So we're going to put 1 tablespoon of the celery seed in here. 1 tablespoon of this yellow mustard seed. One tablespoon of this kosher salt. And 1 tablespoon of turmeric. I guess to give it that beautiful color. Alright, now we're going to take it over to the stove and we're going to heat it up. When I get it to a simmer, I'll bring you back and let you see what that looks like. You guys see how beautiful it looks in the pan with all those beautiful colors. Isn't that gorgeous? Well, we're going to let this simmer on medium heat for 20 minutes, it says, until the sugars dissolve and to prevent it from sticking, and then we'll move on to jarring this bad boy up. Isn't that gorgeous? And this is the corn relish. You guys, as you can see, I have my jars in my pressure cooker. I use this as a double tool, as a pressure cooker and also my water bath canner. So as you can see, I have all my jars. They have been washed, sanitized, and they are on the rack, and I have got it on medium high because you want to make sure when you put your jars in there that cold goes with cold. So these cold jars went into cold water until they heat up. You never want to put hot into cold water because that will break your jars and that will be a total disaster. So I'm going to submerge these under the water and let them heat up so they can get ready for us to put our corn relish in them. All right, wish me luck. Here we go. All right, we'll just wait till they're hot enough to get ready to fill them with the corn relish. As I wanted to share another little tip with you, when you are washing your tops to go onto the lids of your balsam canning jars, make sure you inspect them nicely, because look at this one. See how this one has the rubber part here? I'm not too sure that I trust that to seal properly, so I am going to use a different one. See how that seal goes all the way around and it's no kind of imperfections in it, versus this one. You see how this one has an imperfection there and also right there, and it just doesn't look like that would make it have a good seal on my jars. And I'm working too hard with this corn relish not for my jars to seal. So inspect your tops to make sure they look like this all the way around, like this. And I also have my tops and my bands right here in a pot. See? Let me show you what they look like, what the inside the pot. What my bands look like inside my saucepan. I know a lot of people don't put their rings in there, but I do. I want everything to be sanitized. So I got my lids and my rings in this water, and they are getting sanitized and they are just getting heated up while I'm waiting for the corn relish and my jars to get ready to be filled up. So the next time I come back on, it will be time to take these jars out and start filling them up with this beautiful corn relish. So stay tuned, you guys. Alright, so the jars are hot. The corn relish is hot. So I am going to remove these jars from the pot here. We're going to lift them up with our rack. Be careful because it's like super, super hot. Perfect. And then we're going to take our jar lifter and we're going to pour this water out of this jar. And then we're going to take it over to our counter and we're going to start filling up our jars. Woohoo! Let the process of canning this corn relish begin. here we go, you guys. It's time to fill up our jars, and we're going to leave a half of head space. So I'm going to do the first one with you guys, and then I'll come back when I have them all done. And if you put too much into your jar, you can just take a spoon and you can just take some of that out. That looks pretty good. We just need a little bit more liquid. Just a little bit more liquid in there. Alright, that looks good. Then you're going to take your debubbler. I don't have the normal debubbler, but you want to go around the sides just to make sure that you get all the air bubbles out of the jar. Make sure you go all the way to the bottom. Then you're going to get a tissue with some vinegar on it, because you want to wipe off all of the food or any kind of residue, because if you don't get it all clean, then your jar will not get a good seal. And then you're just going to take your little magnet tool and you're just going to put that on top. Make sure it's secure. Get one of your lids, your rims. It's going to fingertip tight. Don't put it on there too hard. And then we're going to sit this jar on our rack. Isn't that looking good? Look at that. Beautiful, huh? All right, well, I'm going to finish them all up, and then I'll bring you back when I have them all in the canner. I got them all in my canner, and I am going to lower them into the water, and then I'm going to bring the temperature on medium high to a rolling boil. Once it starts to give me that royal boil, then we're going to set our timer for 15 minutes and let the canning process begin. All right, let's lower them down. And if you think that some of your jars are moving, just adjust. Right then and there would be the perfect time to just adjust your jars. Make sure you don't touch the water, because that is super, super hot. All right, we're going to put the lid on these bad boys, and then we are going to get them to a rolling boil, like I said before, and then we are going to let them do what they do. All right, lid on. Then I'll come back when it's time to take them out. Show you what a rolling boil looks like. Remember, when you take your lid, you want to put your lid away from you, because you don't want a facial. This is not the type of facial you want to have. So you see the rolling boil right there? So I'm going to put the lid back on my canner. And then I've already set my timer for 15 minutes. And we're going to push timer 15 minutes. When that's over, then I will come back and we will take them out after they cool for like 5 minutes. And then I'll set them out on my towel over here. And then, ding, ding, we can see what a beautiful job we have done. All right, canner, do your job. Guys, the timer has went off, and we are going to take our corn relish out. Remember, top away from you. So all the steam will go in the opposite direction. And then I have my jar lifter. And let's lift up the jars. Make sure they're not super hot, which they are not. Looks good, you guys. All right, let's take them out. Remember, do not tilt your jars. Keep them upright. And we are going to set it. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. gorgeous. Now let me show you where I'm going to set them all. This is where I'm going to set them all. So I'm going to put that one there, and then I'm going to go and get the rest of them. I have a towel under it because it has a lot of the water dripping, so we do not want to burn ourselves in any way. So let me show you what they look like. Are you guys excited? Because I know I am. So let me show you what these canned corn relish looks like. Woohoo! You go, girl. You did a great job. Hold on, let me get you a better shot so you can see it better. These are our corn relish. Look at that. Up close and personal look at them. I'm going to get the jar lifter so you can get a better look at what it looks like. And I am so excited. These came out so good. Trying not to tilt it because I don't want to mess with the cooling off process. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at how beautiful the colors are. This is amazing. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a blast making this video with you. And don't forget to go check out Lovey at L&L Honeycomb Homestead, because she is the one that inspired me to try making some corn relish. So go on over there and say, Lovey, we are here from Renee's Garden because we are inspired to start canning and water bath canning some of our vegetables that we have grown in our garden, or just vegetables that we have purchased in the store, and we want to have some food on our shelf ready to eat. So I want to say to Lovey, thank you, girl. I had a blast making this, and now it's time for the sweet relish. Woohoo! Because she's doing a whole series on all types of different relishes. So go check her out. Go get your grocery list ready, or get out there in your garden and start picking all the ingredients you're going to need for her series. We got this. We are learning how to grow our own so we can stay out of the grocery stores, and we're also learning how to preserve what we grow out in our garden or what we purchase from the store. All right, you guys, have a wonderful day. Have a blessed day. And don't forget to subscribe to Renee's Garden and give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll always know when I have another video coming your way. I have 2, 4, 6, 7 jars of corn relish. As Lovey would say, I have 1 extra. One for good measures. That's what she said. I have 1 for good measure, because this recipe made a total of 6, but your girl made 7. Woohoo! I'm so happy. I'm so happy. All right, guys, take care.